Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Matter of Opinion. I'm your boy WallzP.
And I'm your girl, Erica.
And today, Mood Gang, we're going to be talking about 19-year-old Da'Cara Thompson, missing for days and later found along Route 50 in Maryland. A 35-year-old man by the name of Hugo Hernandez Mendez is being charged for the crime. This story touches on parents protecting their kids, how social media influence their choices, and how predators try to exploit these vulnerabilities. Let's talk about it.
It's a matter of opinion. If I'm right, but I'm leaving no for now to go outside, putting chores and obligations on our part.
We believe the murder occurred in the home on Cambridge Drive in Hernandez's bedroom.
Say that what happened to Da'Cara Thompson after she got into a car in this parking lot is both deeply disturbing and very sad. Court documents say surveillance camera video captured 19-year-old Da'Cara Thompson as she parked her Ford Edge SUV and made her way on foot to this parking lot behind a Family Dollar store on University Boulevard in the Langley Park area. It was 3 a.m., almost 5 hours after she'd left her father's Lanham home, saying she was going to get gas in her car. Court documents say video shows she approached the driver's side of a black Yukon Denali, talks to the driver for a minute, then gets into the front passenger seat. Worried family members report her missing. They find her car, but not her phone. They search relentlessly, but do not find Da'Cara. On August 31st, Maryland State Police troopers responding for an unrelated disabled vehicle found her nude body on an embankment of the South River in Annapolis. On September 4th, 35-year-old Hugo Hernandez Mendez of Bowie was arrested and charged with Da'Cara's murder. He was known to drive a black Yukon Denali XL with Maryland tags. According to court documents, cell data and video surveillance confirm the movements of Thompson and the movements of that black GMC Yukon Denali are consistent with moving together. Hernandez Mendez was arrested near a home on Cambridge Drive in Bowie, where he rented a room. Police believe Da'Cara Thompson was killed there. Detectives stated a roommate told them he heard the defendant in his room the morning of the 23rd having sex with a woman who, quote, did not seem to be having a good time. At a press conference to announce the arrest, County Executive Aisha Braveboy noted the defendant was in the U.S. illegally and had recently been in federal custody.
I think that the U.S. Government has made status of individuals relevant. This was someone who was in their custody, and they made the decision to release him.
News 4 has learned Hernandez Mendez was arrested April 25th by U.S. Park Police, stopped on the BW Parkway near Annapolis Road for a DUI. But the federal government released him till trial. The U.S. Attorney for Maryland would not comment. ICE released a statement saying the defendant was put under an immigration detainer yesterday. Hernandez Mendez has a court hearing scheduled for Monday.
Hugo Hernandez Mendez's next hearing is October 8th. We're still figuring out how the two first met and what was the official cause of her death.
Now, Erica P., I'm going to keep it a buck. We live in a culture where young women are taught their bodies is a hustle. Social media, OnlyFans glorifying these lifestyles to get the bag, and use men, sell sex, making everything revolve around money and materialism. It's a reason why all you see is women showing their backside in pictures all across social media. If you're waking up at 2 or 3 a.m. in the morning to meet a man, odds are it's not to play chess. That mindset right there leads people down dangerous paths. You're talking they're losing their integrity, their core values, self-respect. It all get thrown out the window for fast money, which can lead to tragic results like this.
Now, I hear what you're saying, but I don't even think we can only put it on the women. We've got to talk about the predators, men, who exploit and manipulate and take advantage of these girls. And we can't even forget Da'Cara was only 19. That's still just so young. At that age, you don't even understand what dangers clearly are yet. Not even those subtle red flags will even pop up for you. Society constantly pushes these images at young girls, telling them their worth is in their looks, the money, the attention. That's not always the choice. It's basically conditioning. And that conditioning makes them even more vulnerable to the wrong type of men.
And who are they getting this advice from? Because it's definitely not the men.
You know, you're right. It's coming from other women. But what about the influencers or the corners of society? The culture itself feeds that message. Chasing the bag, chasing that lifestyle. Women see other women glorifying this, and it becomes a blueprint.
So basically, when I say women are out here focused on getting the bag, I'm not completely off base, am I?
You're not wrong about that message. It is really out there. But the constant pressure makes it look like that's the only path to take. That pressure, paired with the constant talk of getting money out of men, creates a dangerous mindset.
And I could agree with that.
And on top of that, you've got predators. Men who know how to exploit that conditioning and take advantage of these young women who may not even see the dangers coming. That combination makes for a dangerous setup.
And you're right. I'm not gonna lie about that. You're right. Predators do exist. And society pushes that image. But here's the thing. Bad apples are always going to exist. No matter how good the system is, there's always going to be one dog out of the pack that goes rogue. That's just the reality. That's why men who know better have to stay in and say, nah, you ain't going outside at no 2, 3 in the morning by yourself. It's not about control. It's about protection. Think about it. When it comes to driving, you got stoplights, you got brake lights, you got turn signals. Why? Because you can't just assume every driver on the road is going to do the right thing. Those safeguards exist because you know other people won't. Same thing with family. When I tell my daughter, you're not leaving the house at 10 or 11 at night, that's not me being controlling. That's me putting safeguards in place. If my daughter comes to me at 11 p.m. saying she's heading out, I'm shutting it down immediately. I don't care if she thinks I'm strict. I don't care if society calls it controlling. My job as a father and as the leader of the household is to protect what's mine. That's not control, that's love.
And I get that. Love does mean protection. But part of that protection is helping them understand the why behind those rules. So it feels like guidance, not just a wall of no. When kids know the reason those boundaries exist, they tend to stick to them even when you're not there.
Now that's a good point. I definitely agree with you on that. But I want to get at this Mr. Hugo fella. He shouldn't be sitting in American prison. I believe he should be sent back to his native country, which is Guatemala, and serve a life sentence there. Why? Because prison conditions in many other countries are far more severe. Some would say that's a punishment worse than death.
You're saying there's more justice for the family, harsher conditions, right?
Pretty much. Because let's be real, in America, even life sentences can look like 3 meals a day, medical care. In some cases, they get degrees. Now, I could be wrong, but it's definitely possible. That doesn't feel like justice for something this severe. Now, I want to be clear. I'm not painting all immigrants with the same brush. Studies show the opposite. Both legal and undocumented immigrants are actually less likely to commit crimes than U.S.-born citizens. That's not my opinion. That's a fact.
Right, that data backs that up. We can't lump everyone together for the actions of one man.
Exactly. But one bad apple can still devastate a family and a community. That's why accountability matters. Now, before we close this up, we need to address some online chatter because people are looking at the surveillance clip where she leans into the SUV, chats and gets in. Some are saying it looks like she might have been selling box pretty much.
I know it's before reacts. RIP before I be brutally honest. RIP to the family, to her father. I just feel terrible. Me having daughters myself, I can't even imagine some shit like this transpiring. But one thing I have to be brutally honest about. This girl obviously was into some things that wasn't righteous. She was selling and he was buying. She was 19 years old. Obviously, this dude has nothing in common with her to be meeting with her in the early morning hours at a gas station, getting into his car and going to his home. We already know what that was. And for people to act like they don't, it's straight up terrifying because y'all are not spreading awareness and y'all are not holding people accountable. And the Bible also states that if you were to have a shameless daughter, that's somebody that doesn't have integrity, enough self-respect. Do not give her over much liberty. You know what liberty is? Freedom. Don't allow people like this out of your sight. They have to be ministered to on a daily. Because for her to be meeting up with this man who obviously has nothing in common with her, that man is 35 years old. She is 19. Don't get me wrong, people say she's 18, she can do what she wants to do. She's past the age of 18. I don't give a damn. This is where accountability has to come in. A lot of people are too carnal minded. Y'all lust after the flesh instead of investing into righteousness. Remember, the Bible even tells you to abstain from youthful lust. She was out there doing some shit she wasn't supposed to be doing.
Da'Cara Thompson lost her life because she was selling her to an illegal immigrant. Da'Cara had poor management.
Da'Cara Thompson, man, she was I'm gonna say a sex worker, man. I'm just gonna put it like that. I ain't gonna call her no prostitute.
It's so much disrespect on Da'Cara Thompson's name right now that her mother and her alleged friend both came forward to defend her.
She was a good girl. She was a good kid. So there's been a lot of people disparaging her character on social media and things and such. Please don't believe everything you see. Don't believe everything you hear.
Alright, hey y'all, I kind of just wanted to speak on the Da'Cara situation because I don't like how y'all moving about it. So, me and Da'Cara kind of known each other since I was little. I seen a lot of y'all in the comments talking about questioning the father. The father look like he knows something. Da-da-da-da-da-da. One thing that I can say about Da'Cara father, Puda never played about them girls. So, for all y'all that was in the comments like that, y'all need to shut the fuck up because y'all don't know nothing. And y'all don't know him, y'all don't know her, y'all don't know nothing. For two, for all y'all keep trying to make them funny ass jokes talking about, yeah, she was selling cat and da-da-da-da. Y'all don't know the background story of what the really happened. The only people that's gonna really know the story is the nigga that did it and God.
Da'Cara Thompson was a member of the Service Option Year program, and through that, she was employed with a non-profit. She didn't need to be out here selling anything.
So he happens to live in this home with his cousin and three other roommates, and one of them was saying that they heard him around 5 having sex, but that you could tell it wasn't pleasant. Let me see, the words used was heard coming from his bedroom, which sounded as if someone was not enjoying it. So I'm pretty sure once they went into his house, all they had to do was check his bed for any kind of fluids, any kind of blood, and they found it. So they know that something happened there. It was also shared that this was around 5-ish in the morning, which was exactly when, like, a little after her phone was deactivated, you know, so... Now, some people were asking, why isn't there no concern right away or what happened with that? But apparently it's because when they went through the cameras, like, it didn't look like she was afraid or forced, you know, fearing for her life. So now they're just trying to figure out, how did she even know this man? How did she come across him? Apparently he was supposed to meet up with his ex-girlfriend, but that never happened. I hope the families get answers. Rest in peace to her.
Now, all of this is unverified. Investigators haven't confirmed anything like that. We're only mentioning it because it's out there.
And the same with rumors about SA. There's nothing official to back that up. We checked court records and police statements and didn't find anything. It's strictly a rumor.
Whether those theories are true or not, it's still a tragedy. Now, before we wrap this up, our deepest condolences go to the Da'Cara Thompson's friends and family. No one should ever have to endure this type of loss.
I agree. A parent having to bury their child is never an easy circumstance for any parent to go through.
With that said, Moo Gang, what do you think? Should parents be stricter? Is society to blame? Or is it all of the above? Drop your thoughts in the comments, like the video, share the video, and subscribe if you haven't already. Because here on Matter of Opinion, your opinion matters. Stay safe out there, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and don't hesitate to tell your loved ones that you love them. This is Matter of Opinion. I'm your boy WallzP.
And I'm your girl Erica. And if you want to see how a 15-year-old is facing a life sentence for betraying his family, click the card that just popped up.
Catch you on the next one.
Peace.
It's a matter of opinion.